Welcome back to Fortune Cookies Tarot, your ultimate destination for political, celebrity, royal, pop culture, all kinds of fun tarot readings of people that we don't know, but we're so curious about. So today we are going to take a look at Tyler Perry. He's been in the news the last 24, 48 hours, and we're just going to see what his next year is like. So this is a 12-month reading, a condensed 12-month reading. I do these for my clients in a bit of a broader aspect. When I do them privately, we can cover all your areas of life, all that stuff. If you'd like, you can book it at the link in the description below, or you can go right to my website, FortuneCookiesTarot.com, and there's a scheduling link in there as well. Select the 12-month reading, and we'll do that on a video platform and get to know each other and see how your year is going to go. So without going too far into the details of what's going on, you guys can look this up. Apparently there is an individual who had some issues with a very wealthy celebrity, and he is possibly going to present some information to the police and see what happens from there. So he did not name who this person was, and in his posting, it was referred to as they through most of it. And then I think he did switch to he at one point. So there's some suggestion that this may be a celebrity. So I don't know, totally unrelated. Want to look at Tyler Perry's here. So I've been a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. I've been doing this for a really long time, but all my readings are my own personal opinion, my own psychic download. You should do your own research before making decisions. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to bring up the card view and we're going to get into this. So 12-month reading. And again, this is the condensed form of the 12-month reading that I do. So let's see what's going to come up for the first 3 months. First quarter for Tyler Perry, which I do have to say, I am a big fan. You know, I do like his movies. I think the Medea character is hilarious. Thought it was very strange that Harry and Meghan used his house, though. But I do think they insulted his house. I think they said they didn't like the styling of it. And reality is, when you're talking about homes of that size and real estate of that ilk, the decor is really not a matter. You can always change it. Oh my, January, February, March. Oof. So it's pretty loud. So the Three of Swords is a betrayal. That is a shocking betrayal and heartbreaking, very upset about this. February, we see that Knight of Swords coming in, screaming, sometimes not thinking about what he's saying before he says it. And this is a defender. This is swords are war. We are going to war. And in March, we are very regretful of our past behaviors. My nose is itching. Oh, goodness me. Clarifier cards for, we get that Knight of Swords again. Clarifier cards for January. We have the Devil in reverse. This is a relationship that he thought was secure and safe and not one that was going to cause any issues. And he is now very much shocked by that. This is, when the snake turns and bites the woman after she fed him milk and saved him from the cold. And the Five of Swords, of course, is going to war, figuring out which way we're going to fix this. If you notice, our character in the card is facing the Devil in reverse. This is a betrayal. Someone slipped away, and now we are looking at them to make war. The Knight of Swords, under the surface, there's fury here. There's fury in the, a lot of yelling wants to be had. And we see that reflected in February as well. So how do we conduct ourselves in February? Somebody calms him down. Somebody calms him down and tells him, you have to keep calm and carry on. And actually, it's a very, don't react to this. We are going to get through this. Just be patient. Let us deal with it. The legal professionals are going to be dealing with it. That Six of Pentacles can sometimes be negotiation, settlement, those kinds of things. But I don't see that it's settlement in this aspect. This is definitely someone in a professional capacity is assuaging the fears of Tyler Perry and telling him, you're not on the outs yet, but I think we should keep you under wraps for a little bit and suss out this situation. So then we get into March. Let's see what's happening in March. Oh, there's a level of, I cannot believe that this person did this. I cannot believe this. Gathering the friends that will defend to the end and trying to reestablish those people that are ride or die. So there's an element of that here in March. All in all, it's going to be a busy first quarter for him. Lots of emotion, lots of feeling upset. I don't mean emotion like, happy emotions. This is going to be rage and going to war. So I actually, before I get into the second quarter for Tyler Perry, I had a reader question. Why, when I do the 12-month reading, do I pick up all the cards and I don't just keep layering them and using the same deck? Because you could be going through the same thing over and over again throughout the year. So, in some respects, if someone is working on numerous projects, we may get, numerous aspects of the project over that year. So I like to pick the cards up. My students, I tell them they have the freedom to do whatever they would like when they do a 12-month reading, or any reading for that matter. They don't have to pick up. They don't have to reshuffle. They can take from the middle of the deck. Me personally, I like to take from the middle of the deck because I think it randomizes the cards a little bit more and Spirit leads me to the one that's correct. So I do like to, reshuffle as needed, I guess. So, there's a method to what I do, but there's madness to what I do too. So third quarter. So we're looking at April, May, June. Yikes. So April, we are the Hermit in reverse. So we need to clarify that and see if that's Hermit not using his best intellect and his best resources, or if this is Hermit refusing to go into quiet contemplation. Oh, yeah, not letting a dead horse die. I almost feel like if this is a situation, there may be some personal negotiation that tries to be sent over through either mutual friends or influential people that they have in common. So if this is the situation, if this is a situation that he is involved in, certainly there's a situation that he's involved in. And for our purposes, maybe he's breaking up with a friend, maybe somebody who was formerly a royal, they're breaking up. Maybe it's that. Maybe he's breaking up with Oprah. I know they were really good friends at one point. But this is definitely not being able to give it up and being foolish about their conduct in the scope of that. So the Hermit in reverse in that case is not using best judgment. And the underlying energy there is that King of Cups, like, hey, we can just make this nice. Like, what is it going to take? What can I do to make this nice? What can I do to smooth this over? So May, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse can be either not having a great time at all, like having the opposite of a good raucous time. Also, it can be breaking up of very close relationships. I always call the Three of Cups the tribe card. That was Melissa Sayanova, who wrote Kitchen Table Tarot, is the one who kind of determined that was tribe card, and I really like that, so I go with it. So it is tribe card for me. When that comes up, it's usually my core girlfriends, my ride or die gals. So this could be a breaking up with that. It also can be indulgence and doing too much of something. So let's see what the clarifiers come up as. What do they pull us into? This is the moon in reverse, that Queen of Wands in reverse, and the gaslighting card, or Seven of Swords, dazzled by choices, confused by choices. So with this, I'm going to say that moon card in reverse is leaning toward indulgences. And I don't mean the kind of indulgences that they used to be able to buy from the church. This is almost that there's excesses and indulgences that everyone kind of knows about, that everybody's just kind of ignoring. This happened before in the professional motion picture industry. I think we all remember that just from a few years ago, but it looks like this is, going to turn out to be kind of an open secret. And it absolutely is going to affect professional work moving forward. There's a lot of different ways that we could go with this, legally, PR wise, professionally, personally. So that is the random item there, which way we're going to go. Too many options right now to determine whether it's going to be successful or not. They don't have that path determined yet. So the Wheel of Fortune is spinning, 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 and spinning quite rapidly. So I think we're going to see, it's almost like a ping pong match or a tennis match. We're going to see information, response, information, response, information, response. So if this component here is a lot of different choices, I think they're going to have like almost a spreadsheet or a database of, if this happens, we're going to respond with this. If this happens, we're going to respond with this. So the strategic tactical side of it is being handled, to the nth degree by the professionals that are going to be in place managing this. The reality is that, we're kind of caught up in the data. There's data here that, and the individual, well, I don't want to say this. I don't want to say, but it looks like there's data that we can't get away from. There's information and proof, evidence that we can't get away from here. So under the surface, this is going to be, there is an element of, I was doing the right thing. I was trying to do the right thing. I really didn't realize I was doing anything wrong. There's going to be, I didn't get any indication that I was doing anything wrong. And, I was putting my best foot forward. Let's see what the summer. That's my worst Taylor Swift. I cannot sing like Taylor Swift at all. I can sing, but not like Taylor Swift. She is so cute. So, but let's stick with Tyler Perry. We're going to keep focus on him and see if he's going to have a cruel summer or summer of Tyler Perry. July, August, September. This is just, I'm not, now you guys see why I reshuffle the cards. July. Do my best Piper Laurie now. The devil has come home. The devil has come home. So with this devil card in July, this, I think we're going to really have a narrative and a recharacterization that's going to stick. And unfortunately, it's something that we're going to see. That Two of Wands is still hopeful that we can fix it in the future, but the Nine of Wands is telling us that we're ripped open bare, and that all of the efforts, really trying to work over the PR and the personal presentation to the world really hasn't worked very well, and they're not able to get anything really off the ground. Now we get into August, where we have our gaslighting card, which is when we get this Seven of Cups in reverse, this can be things revealed. The smoke is clearing, and it looks like, yes, I think we're going to get some of the smoke is clearing. And again, presentation of, I really was just doing the right thing here. I wasn't doing something, it's being characterized incorrectly. So, and I'm going to say, if this is a circumstance, it is coming up for him. If I'm correct in this, it could be a situation where he is being strong-armed. It could be. It very well could be. I have Seven of Swords here. Now, the Seven of Swords is, when it's in reverse, the shadiness revealed of the people that are doing some shady behavior. So let's see. King of Wands in reverse. We're still at war. Seven of Wands. Let's see. Is Tyler's shadiness going to be revealed? Is Tyler Perry's shadiness going to be revealed? I'm getting a yes, but let's do. Is someone else's shadiness going to be revealed in regard to Tyler Perry? We're circling. And I got a no on that. So I just had to ask, sometimes a yes and no question is really the best way to go. So let's see what the remainder of his year is going to be. Not so great so far. October, November, December. Looks like we get a fight ending in December. So he's got a year of craziness ahead of him. So let's look at that October. We've got the moon. I think in October, things are going to get very quiet on this. I think we're going to be wrapping things up in October, and there's that shadiness under the surface. Again, we're seeing that Seven of Swords in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. So I think there's going to be some fallout from this, some personal fallout, trying to regain one's strength and then get a new perspective on things. That Ace of Cups, I do think that that's going to be a new beginning. And in that case, we may be asking to just kind of settle out of court, just, kind of wrap things up. The High Priestess, King of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost like, and I got two cards here. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that the High Priestess, the Justice card there, the Page of Swords, it really looks like there will be some kind of dropping of charges or not pursuing the situation, quite as publicly, kind of letting things up. So it's almost like there's an apology and then some. I hate to say that. It feels a little bit like there's this is kind of a moneyed situation. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If he's being, if he was, so I'm going to say somewhat inappropriate, and he's being strong-armed for money or something like that. I mean, I know the other person said, I'm not after money. I let the statute run out. you know, it is what it is. It's really unfortunate. So, all right. So let's see what the outcome is for December with this end of war. End of war. How does it end? How does it end? With money going out. Money going out. That's what winds up happening. And nobody feels good about it at the end of it all. So not a great year for Tyler Perry, unfortunately. Like to see kind of better years, but let's see what he can do to soften it. Like our fairy in Sleeping Beauty, I can't undo this curse, but I can soften it. Moon and Temperance, those are good bits of advice. So this is a process that Tyler will have to go through in order to evolve somewhat. So what we're getting is, you know, the things that we need to keep secret, the things, you know, any time that we have to ask somebody, you know, don't say anything about this, you know, or more importantly, any time that we get those intuitive urges like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do this, which I think happened, you know, in a situation with him. You know, you should heed that. You should heed your intuition, and furthermore should heed that intuition more so going into the future. So I think that is a good thing for him to do. The lesson here is the process of being someone who is in an elevated state. When you are a thought leader, when you are a leader in your industry, you have to conduct yourself like that. You can't forget that and try and be a goofy school kid. It's like when the teacher in class goofs off with the kids or tells the kids a little bit too much about their personal life. They lose that that veneer of mystique, and that veneer of mystique, not knowing what's on the other side. It's one of the reasons why Hitchcock movies make us so uncomfortable, is because the things in Hitchcock that you don't see are the scary things. It's the question marks that are the scary things. And not to say that this should be scary, but that it shouldn't be quite so personal, quite so intimate. The professional relationship should remain professional. Is this a deal breaker for his career? I don't know. I don't know if it's a deal breaker for his career. We have to see the manner of repent. It will take some time, according to these cards. You know, we have to see how people react to it, the manner of repent, and the slow build back. You know, so this would be go away for a while, you know, go travel, go do whatever you got to do, and then you can come back and try and kickstart that career again. So you know, the temperance here of having the two lives, even though the temperance card is blending these two goblets of water, it's really about that things that will mix and don't mix. And so in this case, business and pleasure, not mixing, really keeping your professional people professional, because you're going to wind up with conflict, difficulty, but a new start. So that is the lesson here. The lesson here is really how to you know, have those two personalities and still live a whole and reasonable life. So that is what I see about it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to go live in a few minutes, so you probably get this video after my live, but we have some breaking news tarot that I want to tackle. So I will see you all soon. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you shortly.